Hello and welcome back to another video. So all these arguments are there. Let's talk more about the rewrite API. For example, we have registered a post type. I have already created two movies, and if I just click here and view them, it says page not found. So this is regarding the rewrite rules. Currently, WordPress cannot identify the URL structure. As you can see, there is a website name, movie, and then movie slug. This is the URL structure created by default based on the movie slug. When the custom post types are registered and when these custom rewrite rules have been added, we have to flush the rewrite rules. So there are two ways to do that. Either we can go back and go to settings and then permalinks and save changes. Without making any changes, simply click on the save button and this will flush the rewrite rules. This is the one way, but this will be difficult for the users as users don't know about it. So, how else can we do that? We can do it in the plugin activation. If you remember, we talked about activation and deactivation earlier in the videos. So, what we can do is before flushing the rewrite rules, we have to register a custom post type, right? And the taxonomies as well. So I'll just copy this function and then include it here. Also add a genre taxonomy. We will talk about this taxonomy part later. So I'm just copying it from here and then pasting it here. And then after registering, I will call the flush rewrite rules function. When the user installs and activates this plugin, these two post types will be registered and then it will flush the rewrite rules. Since it's not stored in the database, the registration part, we also have to execute this function on activation. This callback function register post type will call on every request. Now we go to plugins and deactivate it and activate it again and then go to movies. And now I'll click on view and open it in a new tab. Now you can see that our movie post type is working fine, right? Since we have passed the archive rule, what you can do is go to the URL bar and remove the movie slug. You can see the archive movie. All the movie posts will be displayed, but currently it's movie only. How can we select and change to plural, that is movies? So on the archive page, instead of true, you can pass movies. For this also, we need to flush the rewrite rules. So I'll go to the settings, permalinks, and then save changes. Now go to movies, all movies, click on view and remove the movie slug and add a S. Now you can see our archive page slug has been changed from movie to movies. So this way has archive also works. About the rewrite argument, we will talk more later in the rewrite API. This is all about registering custom post types and what are the argument this post type has. And we have gone through all of it. Some of the arguments will be explored in another video. Let's have a look at the function definition and what exactly it does. So in the register post type function, you can see there are a few things done. Like the sanitize key function is used to make sure that it has a post type and a slug. In a post type slug, we should not have space or anything. You either use a dash or underscore. So the sanitize key function will make sure of that. If it's more than 20 characters, then it will just throw an error. And if everything looks good, then it will create an object of WP post type. You can go through this class, and this class saves all the post type properties and methods and everything. If you go through the construct method, it says set props. It sets all the properties. In the set props, you will see it will just parse the arguments and it will call the register post type args filter, and it is very helpful. Using this, you can modify the arguments of the register post type arguments before it registers. So, if there are any third-party plugins registering the post type and you want to modify some of the arguments, you can do so using this filter. Okay? So, by looking into WordPress core and going through the definition of the function, we can get this kind of information. And we don't have to Google or anything. We can get all the information right from the WordPress core. Use this filter and it passes the post type argument. So in the second argument, you can just add if condition. If this is post type, then modify the register post type argument, else we will simply return the default arguments. We don't want to do anything. So these are the filters we can use, and you can also find other things in the function. For example, if all the functions have been registered, like the post type is registered, it passes the do action. So, on a do action, if you want to do something when the post type is registered particularly, or all the post types are registered, or for example, for logging or debugging purposes, whether your custom post type has been registered or not. Also, you can use the registered post type hook for directly targeting specific post types. And you don't have to rely on conditional statements for targeting a particular post type. All this information is stored in the global variable WP post types. When you register a post type, it does not save the registration of the post type in the database, but it saves it in a global variable. The register post type function needs to be executed on each and every request. That's why we have a register callback function on the init hook. And under that callback function, we have called the register post type function. Okay. It also adds supports and rewrite rules. So if you go through here based on a post type slugs and everything, it added a rewrite rule. Based on the rewrite rule, WordPress will identify what post type URLs have been requested, and based on that URL structure, WordPress will identify what contents needs to be displayed to the user. So for that, rewrite rules are needed. You will learn more about rewrite rules in detail later on. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Jai WordPress!